You're listening to the Para House Entertainment Network. Come join us as we take you deep into the fire to the paranormal realms of hauntings, UFOs, ETs, alien abductions, strange creatures, and the vastness of universal consciousness as we continue to seek what is not supposed to exist as we search for the truth that only comes from going into the fire. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Into the Fire. We're so glad to have you here tonight. This is the start of our 6th season live, and we want to welcome our wonderful co-hosts. Congratulations, guys. We've made it. We finally got a show on.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a hiatus there for a little while.
Yeah. Well, thanks to me and my amputation, that works out well, doesn't it? Makes it for a fun thing, but we sure want to thank everybody that has supported us through all that time and sent prayers and healing and all that good stuff. And we certainly do appreciate it. We're still on the road to recovery. I had a second surgery, and with the doctor, things are healing a little bit better. I still got stitches in my foot, but I'm going to do the best I can do to sit here and do this show tonight. So we've got some great people on this show tonight. I know we're all excited. It's so great to see family, and to us all, this is kind of our family. You know, there is nobody stronger than these folks in our lives, and it's such a pleasure to have them on for the beginning of this new season, and to find out what they've been doing and some of the great projects that they've got coming up. So we're excited about it. You got anything you need to throw in today?
We're just glad to be back.
Yeah.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Happy to see some faces.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's been a while. So, but
thank you everybody for joining us tonight.
Yes, and thank you guys in the chat room. I know it's been a long time. We appreciate you waiting. We're going to try to deliver you the best shows possible. We got some great guests coming up, but we're going to get to the ones we're going to bring now. We've got on tonight's show, we're going to have Dave Spinks, Serenity Jenny. They're all in the green room. We've got Beth Allen. And we have our special brother, as Beth Allen, we call him Pops, is in Melbourne, and we'll be bringing them on right now as we come in. I'm going to have them basically give their own bios. This crew can definitely handle that. We're going to bring in. Here's Dave Spinks, Serenity Jenny, Beth Allen, and Pops Melvin. How y'all doing?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Y'all guys are looking great. It's so great to see you. I know that the chat room's going to be excited to have y'all on. So much stuff going on. So much. And it's such a pleasure to be able to see you. Golly, I haven't seen you guys in a long time. And it's great to be able to look at your face. Kisses to everybody. And we all can't wait to see you all soon. There's so much coming on, but Dave, go ahead and give them a quick little bio of you, and then we'll go through the through to the rest of this crew.
Well, as Bear said, I'm Dave. Been on this show many times. Been investigating and researching the paranormal for over 30 years. Written numerous books on various topics in the paranormal. Been on multiple TV shows. That's my little girl coughing. So if you hear that, it's not a demonic entity. Got a lot of projects. Met my better half there, Serenity Jenny, about 3 years ago, and she's changed my life in a lot of different aspects. aspects in the paranormal world, not to mention my everyday life on the spiritual side of things. Taught me a lot of things that I didn't know. I knew, but I didn't know what the heck it was. And he's enlightened me on those and really changed my whole perspective on how I investigate, what I'm doing when I investigate, and so many more. So much more. It's just, it would take us 4 shows to talk about, but the more information you have, the better you are off as an investigator. And there's many sides to the paranormal. So, the supernatural, the paranormal, and the metaphysical are all intertwined. So, it's your bag of tricks, your box of tools, so to speak, and you should use as many as you can. And we're always learning. And that's what I'm here, here to share my experiences with everybody, and they can take what they want from that. They can take it or leave it, really, So that's what we're here for. We're here to share experiences and enlighten people, and hopefully help people evolve into what they're supposed to be.
Man, couldn't say it better. And, we've all been doing this for a long time. I think I've got the greatest hair of everybody. but you're so right. There's so many facets of it. We've been all involved in it. I always tell people many times before, if you're not doing it all, you're missing the big picture, because it all plays all together. But thank you for that wonderful introduction there, Dave. And I'm going to go right to, as you said, your better half over here, Serenity Jenny. Hi, Serenity. How you doing?
Hi, guys. It's great to be with you. I'm doing wonderful. Happy season 6 to you all. Thanks for having us on again.
Thank you.
I'm, as you can see, usually I'm with Dave there, but I'm traveling for work purposes, and I've been teaching all weekend and doing sessions. So I'm in my glory. I love it. I had 2 awesome days of helping people step into their truth and power, and I've been doing this for, oh my gosh, solidly out of the light worker's closet, psychic closet, whatever you want to say, for 10 years now. I was a college professor, K through 12 guidance counselor, licensed professional counselor. Still am a licensed professional counselor. I've done everything from law enforcement to deliver flowers, work on the ambulance, draw blood. If you could name it, I probably had an identity crisis and did the job. So all that being said, it's really helped open me up. I've had 5 near-death experiences, and I had a huge change in my life. And I just answered the calling to integrate a holistic type of healing that also included energy and spirit, which traditional counseling lacked. So when I answered the call, and all of that great identity crisis gave me all that awesome experience or on the job training, it really combined itself well to arm me to help people heal in a really deep way. So coming from a background of Native American and hand laying from the Lutheran church was my background, how I was raised. And it was a pretty awesome eclectic mix of healing modalities. And the paranormal was never really my bag. I met my awesome better half 3.5 years ago almost. So I'm going to let him have the better half term for a little bit, for a while. Not long. Don't get carried away. But, he's taught me a lot too. He brings a lot of body of experience to the table and extremely gifted. He won't say that. I will say that about him. He doesn't really like telling the public about that, but I think the public needs to see him in all facets of what he's able to do. He might even get embarrassed and want to choke me when I'm done with this show. But the evolution of this man in the last couple years, in addition to his body of work, all the books, all the TV shows, everything he's done, you haven't even seen the best yet, folks. Stay tuned. I'm super pumped about the next, let's just say, chapter of our life together, and then the evolution of humanity. So we're all in this together, and as one big spiritual family. I can't say enough how blessed I am to be with you all on this spiritual path and journey, and helping enlighten and heal people and have them step in their truth and power. It's really, really gratifying. So thank you for all of that.
Oh, darling, you're more than welcome. And this is the thing that we're all supposed to do. This is where Spirit has led us all. It is, and we're going to go so much deeper. And you're right. The changes that I've seen in Dave and I've been friends for many, many years, and he is my brother. He's everybody that's on here is family, and you know, you haven't seen the best of Dave Spinks yet, and it's coming. And you're going to really enjoy it.
I don't know about that.
I will tell you that. Even though he has a major collecting bunch of works that he's already put out and everything else. There's more coming, folks, and you're going to really enjoy what you're going to see and how it's going to benefit people in the paranormal, people in the supernatural, and also people in humanity, because we're going to be taking a quite a trip to help others. Now we're going to move over to
thing is,
wonderful.
I would not be here without each and every one of you where I'm at.
Paranormal thug. Beth Allen. Hi, Beth. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing good. I still love gnomes.
Oh, yes, I see that. I noticed that.
I just wanted everybody to know the gnome life is strong. On the screen, we're all about the gnome life.
That is most certainly true.
All I got is I'm Beth Allen, and sometimes I body slam people. Most of the time I just like to hug everybody, but it has been an amazing, I'm just happy for us all to be together. It always does something truly for me, but it does a lot for other people too. And it's a blessing and a privilege to go down that road with every person on this screen. And the others that aren't on the screen with us that have been, you know, a part of our lives and what we do. You know, Eileen Jones is in here. I love you, sister. Miss Ada, Frankie Lynn, Lisa's in here. Miss Jo. There's so many people that are watching this show that have impacted my life for the better.
They've impacted us all of our lives.
Yeah.
Hopefully that we can impact theirs also at the same time.
But yeah, the only thing I really got going on is, you know, I'm on the mend. I really appreciate everybody sending their love and prayers. It has helped keep me focused. Soul on Blaze is not on the back burner. It's full force. I'm coming. I need everybody to understand. I don't need to talk to your meat suit. I need to talk to your soul. I need you to turn it up.
Oh man, you mentioned Souls on Blaze, and this is what you're going to be looking forward to seeing out of the wonderful Beth Allen here in the future. We'll give you a little preview of that. So be on the guard and on the watch out for Soul on Blaze.
It's gonna be amazing. I want everyone to understand. All you have to do is look. Every individual on this screen can lead you down the right path. If you just want help, just ask. We can't do the job for you, but we can help you get there. I mean, and I have to say, Dave is that dude. I said that recently on a show. Dave is that dude.
Dave is the dude. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, because it was a weep discussion, and of course I had to chime in because that, you know, Dave is my brother, and I had to let him know. Yeah, he's wrote a book, he's done a documentary. It's not for the faint of heart, you know. It is what it is. But I can't wait until April because we're all gonna be together, and I'm gonna hug everybody, and I may not let go.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that here in just a little bit. And,
Mama might beat us all.
We'll survive.
Right.
We'll be talking about that. And thank you. I'm going to let Melvin jump in here and say his piece and say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. I'm Melvin. I'm not a naked investigator, but I play one on TV. And I'm announcing my candidacy for President of the United States for 2024.
Got my vote, brother.
A lot better than what we got now.
Yeah. You got mine too.
Yep.
I'm just
You have a naked president.
Yep.
I can't.
Oh yeah, several people is asking. Yes, I have my clothes on tonight.
Oh, yes, they call him the
Heck, and we
street
appreciate it all
brown.
the way. I mean,
And he
Is
did
that
us
the
a
first order of
flashlight.
Presidency.
I mean, I come out of them pretty quick. You know,
let's not
it don't
do that.
take me
Okay,
long to show
Melvin? Save us all. Poor Beth has already lost it.
I lost it a long time ago.
I'm going to take a look at that chat room just to say hello to some folks, and I'm just going to go down as it's coming to me. So, hello, Vicky Norris. Hello, Ada Cox. Hello, Frankie Lynn. Hello, Twana Bear. Hello, Brendan Mercy. Hello, John Stewart. Hello, Holly. How you doing? Lisa, Eileen Jones. Well, we got everybody in here tonight, but thank you all for coming in. And David Trusty, how you doing, buddy? Big news for next week's show. David Trusty and also our good friend David Mitchell Warren is going to be here. We're going to be talking about UFOs, so hang in on that one because there's a lot of that been happening on the front force if you've been keeping up with everything else. Kimmy Wells, how you doing, Kimmy? It's been a long time. Nikki Wharf, hi. Oh my gosh, Billy Simmons is even in here.
Lord,
Keith Allen.
The whole
How
family.
you doing, Keith? Good to see you.
How are you in
here
two
also.
places at once?
That good.
I mean, I know I've gained a lot of weight. I might have been the balloon that everybody saw floating around.
Whatever.
No,
You lost some really quick after they missed you the first time.
Right.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's been a while. I forgot I had a mute button on my mic. Oh boy. But thank you all again for showing up for the show. We appreciate it. We'll be taking your questions, and if you got anything to say, Billy and Tonya are going to be watching that. I just dropped in to say boo and to thank you for your patronage because we do this for all of you guys, and we appreciate you attending and giving us your support. All right, folks. Why don't we get to the meat and potatoes?
Okay.
I like French fried taters.
I like French fried taters.
Yeah, fried taters. Well, you know, one of the things that is going on, we're going to talk tonight, and hopefully we'll go into the spiritual side. We're going to cover what's going on with many different things and what some of your guys' plans. Right now, I'm going to go to Dave and Jenny. We'll let them talk about what's going to be coming up here soon for you guys. I know you guys are the busy ones. I've been sitting around in a bed for the last 2 months, it seems like. So we'll catch up with you guys. What's going on?
You go first.
Take it away. Well, I'll start off with our second Monster Con, guys. Dave Spinks World of Weird, Richwood, West Virginia, April 28th, 29th, and 30th. 28th VIP night. Get your tickets now for that because they are selling. The tickets are $100 for VIP. What you get with VIP is Friday night. Hang out with all the featured speakers. We're gonna feed you. You can talk one-on-one with all the featured speakers. We'll answer any questions you want. You'll probably get a T-shirt, and you get front row seating to all the speakers on Saturday. So those are, and so that's the bonus you get. You have reserved seating, and you get one-on-one time with all, and you get to pick everybody's brain that you see on the poster there that Bear put up. So, we got a really good lineup this year. Stan Gordon. We got a couple of OGs that, Bear's been around as long as these guys as well. So we got 3 OGs that are coming to this. Bear, Stan Gordon, and Dr. Ray. Bear's, a lot of people don't know, but Bear's has been into this stuff since the 70s too, man. And I thought I had some time in, but these guys got me smoked by a good 15 years or so. So great speaking lineup. I can't say enough about, just by looking at that poster, how many years of experience, and then all various aspects of the fields you think we have coming to MonsterCon. A lot of years of experience, well, probably up around 200 years of experience combined speaking. So, you can't get much better than that. And these are not, per se TV personality people. These are boots on the ground investigators. Sure, some of us have been on various shows and stuff, but that's not why we do this. That's bonus. So, we were doing this many, many years before we ever got on a TV show. Trust me. So, great speaking lineup. Saturday all day, speakers. Jen's going to be doing readings at the store. The whole town got involved last year. We're going to have that again. The restaurants will be serving specialty food like Bigfoot burgers, Braxy beer. You name it, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll just give you a heads up now. So a little bit of confusion last year. So we have the vendor tables in the old red gym. There's the old high school red gym, and we have the speakers at City Hall, and then the store is going to be open as well. And Jen will be doing her readings in her shop over there all day and at the store. And we'll probably have some various other people doing some astrology stuff and other things as well. Right now, we may have a special guest coming as well, but I'm not going to announce till I got that solidified as well. Another special guest just showing up, hanging out. Signing stuff. So we'll find out more about that, and as soon as I know, I'll let you know if he's coming or whatever. But so that's the first thing. Then we have the Flatwoods Monster Convention coming that me, Ron Lanham, and Joe Perdue are putting on. We're trying to revive the whole Flatwoods Monster thing, and we've already got a huge. I think we've already sold 50 or 60 vendor tables for that event. So that thing's going to be huge. We're holding that at the Days Inn in Flatwoods, West Virginia. So jump on the Flatwoods Monster Con and get your tickets for that as well. And that's in September, right? September, I think it's 9th. One day deal, So we got some great speakers coming to that. You can jump on the page and check that out as well. Go ahead, Jen.
You forgot about the big one. I thought you were going to talk about this. We are going to take a group of people, very lucky people.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going down to, 25 now. We've sold 4 or 5 tickets. We're going to take some very lucky people to Willow's Weep. And here's why. Because there's a huge opportunity here. Dave stated when he first bought the Weep that he wanted a location to have a paranormal lab and study all things paranormal. Well, he met me then, and I ruined all of his plans. No, I'm just kidding. I have a different perspective on a lot of things. We don't always agree, which a lot of people always want to know what we talk about at dinner and the grocery store and all kind of crazy stuff, which we're never having.
We argue about certain things. That's the honest truth.
Oh, my gosh, we do not always agree. So it's healthy to disagree, though. You're not going to agree on all topics all the time. That's like totally unfathomable. We are different people. We have different personalities. We've had different life experiences. So our goal, and when he set out to do this, I thought how remarkable of an event this would be to help people understand really the depth of evil. And Melvin and all the people on the screen can tell you this is the honest to God's truth, how many layers deep this goes. And this is far more than any location I've ever seen in my lifetime, my experience level, and probably a lot of other people's on the screen would agree with this too. This is a one-shot.
Well, this is her idea, really. She's the one, in a lot of ways that came up with this, not me. Because
it was spirit directed.
It stemmed from a lot of different situations. So, after somebody in this room got injured severely there, I pretty much shut it down for good, and that was before COVID, right before COVID. So, it's just not worth it to me. But Jen had a really good idea. As long as we're there and we take a small group of people, I think we can do some, we can protect anybody that's there. So I've never been attacked in the Weep ever, to be honest with you. That stuff follow me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Both of us.
but sometimes it just the nature of the game. But we're going to use this as a teaching tool. You'll be staying in a nearby hotel with us. We're going to have presentations all day about the weep and the whole situation there. And then we're going to take people over and investigate with them a little bit and see what they pick up on. And they're going to be part of the final documentary on the weep, the people that do get to go before the house is destroyed and the portal shut. So we're hoping we get a good background of different people to get there, so that we can get their takes on the house and on the energies in the house and on the property as well. Because stuff like this needs to be documented. That's what moves us forward in the field in a lot of ways. So, is there a chance somebody could get attacked? Sure, but with us there, the likelihood is, a lot slimmer. So, but you can be attacked or get an attachment anywhere you go. So, the weep is just a different animal, so to speak. So, we figured we'd open it up one more time, and the price tag is high because we don't want riffraff in there, and that's the honest to God truth. And because I've dealt with so many different people in there who've done nefarious things, brought Ouija boards in and things like that. I don't want those type of people in there, on this last deal. I want true boots on the ground, people that know what they're doing and want to have one last experience at the weep. So, because to be all truths told, when I shut the weep down, that was my nest egg, guys. I have literally lost probably over $200,000 by not letting groups in there anymore. And that's the God's honest truth. I took a major financial hit and I put everything I had into that house. And that was a turnkey business opportunity for me. And I mean, what better opportunity could I have to own my own location, and to document paranormal activity in? And I had to shut it down because I didn't want that on my conscience of letting Joe Blow in there every night of the week doing God knows what, when I can't be there 24/7. So I had to make a decision. My good buddy Get Bear got injured because of that place, and I shut it down. So, all these people out there and some of those family members have said horrible things about me. Oh, it's just a money grab. No, if it was a money grab, guess what? The week would still be open, folks. 24/7, money hand over fist every day.
Right.
So
I agree to that.
So, take it for
And
what
we're
it's
not
worth.
announcing the date. We're not announcing.
No,
the
you
date.
will not get any further information until you actually purchase a ticket. That way we keep out the haters and all that crap. So,
there's a method
there's
to the
a
madness.
method behind the madness. You will have to sign an NDA when you do get a ticket, because you're going to be filmed and everything else. And, that's just how it has to be. So, if you guys would see how many thousands of people have begged me to let them in that house since I've had it shut down, it would blow your freaking minds. Thousands of people.
I'm gonna attest to that. Like, and some of them I think are almost like tests because they're ridiculous amounts of money, like offering amounts.
Oh yeah, I've had
ridiculous
people
amounts
offer
of
me
money.
$10,000, $5,000 just to let them in there.
No good that will come of that. And he's made really hard decisions, and I'm proud of him because it's very tempting. It's very easy to that would fix a lot of problems, right? But it's not worth it.
No, it's not.
Not
Because
worth
who knows?
it.
Who knows? Even if they did go in there and I let them in, what are they going to do in there? What are they going to try to steal? What are they going to try to conjure? What are they going to do?
Did they knock Bear off?
Yeah. One
I
thing
think
about
so.
it, though,
Nobody wanted Bear to talk.
That place is not to be taken lightly or to play with it.
No.
And
Something's going on.
I think going into this experience, with some really hardy individuals, and these are people that are serious about the evolution of the field, the documentation that's required, and the open-heartedness, and there you are, and real commitment to the greater good. These are some really awesome folks that are signing up right now. Some people in the chat room have bought tickets. You know, we appreciate
Well,
you not saying
yeah,
who
you guys don't know how
are.
many people have told me I'm crazy for shutting that place down, and you're out of your mind. Why are you shutting it down? Da 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 da. Because it's just not worth it, and it's just not worth it, to put people in a predicament like that when they're. It's bad enough if you know what you're doing in the first place, but if you don't know what you're doing and you go in that place, you're getting set up for failure, and I don't want that on my conscience.
Yeah, that's
I've had people
the
say,
truth.
I've had people offer to buy it from me for $100,000, $200,000. I mean, I've turned it all down because the end game is to close it down permanently. And that's the portal that's in it and everything else. So, that's the end game here, because to leave that open to let anything and who knows what come through and just, go flying about and tearing and causing havoc is not the way we should be doing this.
And the one thing about it is, we all take risks doing the things that we do, but some people can't take a hint.
That part.
And it can really go south for them when they're cannonballing into a gator pit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or jumping into a wood chipper.
Hey, we're all guilty of that, and especially in our earlier days, I was running and gunning, going to the darkest places I could because I wanted that. I wanted to capture that on film and capture that on audio, and and I got messed up a few times myself from different places, and it's not a game. It's really not a game, and after I've seen other people, we all know there's people that had big names in this field and other folks that were less known, where there was suicides, people dying mysteriously. Our friend Michelle Fitzpatrick, who Bear introduced me to, who before I ever owned the Weep was in there numerous times, countless times. She was probably been in there more than even me now at that point, and Bear had introduced us. I was supposed to have a meeting with her. I talked to her briefly on the phone for like a half an hour. She told me all these things she had to give me that she collected from the Weep, but she had recently moved, and we set it up for like a week or so later after I had an event, and then she had to dig through her moving boxes to find it. And when I got back, she had died. Now you can say that's coincidence, but folks, there's no such thing as that much coincidence. She was going to give me something that whatever's in that house did not want me to have, period. And I firmly believe it took her out for that. So,
I will agree with that 100%. And for we know from this is we've dealt with this so long, and the things that we do when we clear homes, when we do everything else, we are. What do you say we are, Billy? We're always.
I don't know, Bear. What do I say?
We're marks.
Crash test dummies.
We're marked. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me start the Billy-isms.
We're a lot of things.
Yeah, but you know what? But as you deal with it, and they know when you're coming. They know where you're going to be. You're going to know. They know when you're talking about. They know everything.
They know
and you may be able to go up to Weep, and you may be able to spend a night in there, or 3 hours, 4 hours in the Weep, and get away and consider yourself lucky. But let me tell you something. That place can be, from what the investigators. I mean, I don't know how many times have we been there. 5 times.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
5, yeah, and doing different types of stuff. And let me tell you something. That place is just crazy, and it is a place that you really have to be careful with. And a lot of people don't understand it. They think, I'm tough. I got this. I got that. But nope, it's not the way that it is.
Where depends.
Well, it's like you're playing
and truthfully,
Yeah,
and truthfully, it's you don't want to have that on your head. Because what are you going to have? You're going to have people go in there. They're going to get, if they do get attachments or everything else, it destroys lives. That's what a lot of people in the paranormal don't understand.
And it's like anywhere you go, if if you have a crack in your aura or a crack in your soul space, or any type of issues, whatever's in that place is gonna freaking jump in there and take full advantage of that. And you could have nothing wrong, and it's still gonna try to attack. You just never know. It's like playing Russian roulette, man. Spin that chamber and boom, let's see what happens. Because that's essentially what some of these places like the Weep and the Weep are. It's an open portal for things to come in and out. And, we don't know exactly what all's coming in and out of that place.
Yeah, you don't know what it's going to be that comes.
I've had people go in there. I had this group of ladies go in there, and I said, "Are you guys sure you want to do this?" And they're like, "Yeah." So they paid their fee and they went in. They didn't last 2 hours in the place. They called me up. "We're out of here. This place is F, blah, blah, blah." And then I've had other people, it was a mundane night. They got a few EVPs and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that was it. And they stayed the whole entire 12 hours. So, you just never know what you're going to get. But, and some of these people are very seasoned investigators. They didn't last 4 or 5 hours. They were out the door, man. This place is screwed. I'm out of here, because the more in tune you are with your abilities and your energy, you're going to feel that right away. Jen will tell you all about the first time she went to the Weep, man. And she's like, "Oh, hell no, you got the keys of the Red Saber light closet and all this stuff." And she was all up in my business. And we had only known each other for a couple of weeks, man. And she's like, "You got to shut this place."
Oh, that was hysterical.
I felt like I was standing in my CO's office back in the military days getting my ass chewed.
Well, you didn't know what you didn't know. You knew that it was a really heinous location, but metaphysically looking at something from just a pure energy perspective, I was like, my God, what is this man doing? And does he know he has the keys to the red lightsaber closet? What the hell's wrong with him? Like, don't let people track this all over.
Oh yeah, I knew it. I definitely knew what I had there, or I wouldn't have put the effort into it. But it's just one of those things when you're doing what we do. I had an opportunity, I took it, and it is what it is now. It's water under the bridge. We have a mission to do, and that's what we're going to do. So,
but I think you did need to own it for this next step to occur.
Well, I know I was supposed to own it. Yeah, I know now that I was supposed to own it, and I was supposed to do what we're doing with it. So, because the people that owned it as residents, they were having a hellacious time with all kind of tragedies going on in the family and health issues and everything. And then some of the people they were letting run the house, there was some crazy, I didn't even write about this stuff in the book because there was deaths involving that too, and we're talking children deaths and different things. And I don't even want to get into it and that was the person who was in there all the time, who was running the house basically for the former owner, and for a while. And then, there's just so much to this place. It's insane. So, and there's big stuff coming with it still. So, can't quite get into that yet, but when I get the okay from the big wigs, then I'll let it loose. But,
there's a question in the chat for you guys, so you can clarify this for them. What do you think will happen to the things at the location when you tear it down?
I'm taking them all.
Do you mean spiritual things?
Yes.
Okay, energetically.
You mean material things or spiritual things?
Spiritual.
Well,
yeah.
You want to answer that?
Yeah, we're gonna hose that place spiritually. So the white light is coming, and the stuff's going bye-bye. any lower level vibration that has served its purpose, and yes, lower level vibrations do have a purpose. There's contrast on this planet for a reason. They're relieved of their duties, so to speak. So the guard is changing, and we are asking for the reclamation of not only the house, but the land, the water that is associated with it in the entire area. And this is not going to just affect that actual plot in house. It is far bigger than that.
And Jen started that. We actually started that process the last time we were there. I took Jen over to the river and she did her thing there and started working on the water right then. Because when you heal the water, it's going to flow through the entire land, right? Makes sense. So
Yeah.
I took her right over to the bridge when we started. Oh, I just got cold bumps all over my right arm. But we started that process. But I'm telling you right now, that house has been closed up for 2.5 years, and it's hard to tell what's going to go down when we open the doors back up on it, because, something's probably going to be not happy. Because I basically took away the energy they were getting off of people in the house for 2.5 years. So,
you stop feeding it.
Stop feeding the monster, so to speak. So, we're going to go, me and Jen will be there a day before, doing some stuff. So, the event. So, we just want people to have an experience, be able to experience it one more time, so to speak, and be a part of that whole ending process, the whole ending journey of the week house, because it's important. It's important.
It is important. It's a very big teaching moment, and people of all various backgrounds and ability levels are going to experience this. We're going to have the quantifiable data, the empirical data that Dave sought out to capture in the first place. We're going to have some really awesome metaphysical, spiritual data now that we can also utilize. And longitudinally speaking, like as far as studying is going to go, like the energy, the effects, things like that, there's a lot of wealth of data that's going to be generated from this process. And this was not solely my idea. This was from Spirit. And we literally were camping when this happened. We were by a lake and we were camping. And I was like, babe, we have to do this. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I think we should do this. And, a lot of the projects that we have that we want to build from here on out, this is going to get the ball rolling. So we're going to take a really bad energy, and I'm sure it's going to piss off everything that's there. And we're going to transmute that energy, and we're going to use it for good. So where they used it for bad, and I won't get into how many different levels of bad and how wide that stretches. It's way bigger than planetarily. So you have to really expand yourself to get your head around how vast of a reach this energy goes. But we're going to take it and we're going to transmute it, because energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transmuted. So we're taking what was once really, really, really bad, and we're going to make good out of it. And that's probably going to make the powers that are dark in nature not so happy.
It's part of the last chapters of the week, guys. I mean, it literally is. Every story has a beginning, middle, and end. This is the end for the week, and it's the beginning of the end. So, we have to tell the story from beginning to the middle to the end, and that's how it's going to go down. And, see where the chips fly, where they come to lay. And we're going to do our best to do what we can do with it and shut it all down. And hopefully it won't kill us in the process.
Hopefully not.
No.
We're Bear's really, last stand, the weep.
Well, we're really, kind of invoking our divine, sovereign, cosmic beingness while standing in our truth, while modeling good behavior for the entire world to see. And I'm going to brag about Dave here for a second. He's evolving as an investigator, and it's going to pull a lot of the field with him, as you guys are already. You're already doing this. This field is changing. And I'm very proud of him and you guys for stepping into your truth and really allowing the metaphysical aspect, the spiritual aspect of this to be combined to form a more multidisciplinary approach to paranormal, supernatural, spiritual energy, whatever, however you want to say it, because this is what needs to happen in the world, the whole world. And you're part of that. It
sure does.
And just knowing that there's a choice point here, and you could have took a left when you hung a right. You could have, but you didn't. So that makes all the difference. And that literally needs to be televised. It needs to be on every show, on every channel, in my opinion, because no more fakery, no more lies, no more BS, no more, tomfoolery, like making up stuff. There's enough evil to go around like 50,000 times. It's right in front of our faces.
Yeah.
And somebody
the bad thing is,
and tell.
Yeah. The bad thing is some will follow and some won't. I mean, because these
Right.
commercial locations are making too much money off of this stuff.
Right.
So,
Well-
you know, and that's never going to change. But it is what it is. You know, when it comes to these really negative, really bad places, I mean, we're not, you know, obviously one of the, say, give an example of like one of the most horrible prisons that's haunted very negatively. They're not going to shut their doors just because we're doing this, but
Right.
they're going to let people come in and do their thing. I mean, unfortunately, that's part of the paranormal now. That's what it's about. I was doing it. We've all done it. We've gone to some of these notorious locations, try to document evidence, but that's not what I'm in it for. I've done that for many years. I don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, it's
don't need to
evolving.
prove it
It's
to
changing.
myself. Don't need to prove it to anybody else. All I got to do is do what I'm supposed to do. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So people can join in or they can keep doing and playing with the dark. It's up to them. You know,
Yes.
I'm not going to condone it anymore.
Yep.
Are we going to continue to investigate dark locations? Sure. Sure, we are. Because people
On
need
another
help
level,
and they call it.
On a
Yeah,
totally
it's a different level now. It's a whole different
Yeah.
situation now. Are we going to own other haunted locations? More than likely. Because we want to train people. Is it going to be like the week? Probably not.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. So, you know, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to move forward, push it a little bit forward and say, hey, you know, it's not fun and games to do these dark and demonic places for fun, because it's screwing a lot of people up and it's feeding the evil or the negative. We don't want to feed the negative or the evil. We want to obliterate it or transmute it, as Jen says. Get it the heck out of here. Let it go play somewhere else, you know. So don't give it free will to just go about and do whatever it needs to do and trash people's lives or whatever the case. I mean, you know, we can't condone that anymore. I mean, it's just not, it's not smart, and it's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be evolving and being the people we are.
There's another question in the chat room. Vicky wants to know, since it's so strong, are you afraid of repercussions before you start the demolition?
Hang on, hold on to that answer, because I'm going to try to get Beth back in here. Every time we bring her in, there's something going on with everybody's mind.
Where'd she go?
That's what I want to check on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody else
Now let
say
me
something.
tell you
Okay.
what's going on. You already know.
You know what I'm going to tell you? From now on, we're not going to talk about the weep until the end of the show.
Yeah, because that's what it is. And I was like, after trying for so long, I said, you know what? I am not going to say what I was going to say. I'm just not going to.
Yeah. Yeah. But, okay, go
We'll save
ahead.
it for the end.
Yeah, I apologize. Repeat the question again so that we all get to hear it again. And
It's a great question too.
Yes, it is. Since it's so strong, are you afraid of repercussions before you start the demolition?
Yes. Not afraid. We're not afraid. We don't live in fear.
We're
But
prepared.
Right.
we're prepared. We have been, both Jen and I, and I'm sure you guys can attest to this too. I've known Bears had it, and I know Billy and Tawana and Tonya and everybody's had this happen to them when they're going to help a residential case. Crazy things happen to vehicles, windshields get smashed, tires blow, houses flood.
Vehicle hood slide.
So
Yep.
yeah.
And sometimes
yeah,
they'll start to
they
make more.
yes, yeah, they do try to stop us from going to complete a mission to help a location or a family or a person or whatever. But that's just the nature of the game when you do this thing. So that's a great question. Can it happen? Sure. We've all experienced it numerous times. Are we afraid of it? No.
And
Is it going to stop us from doing what we do? No.
And we're
So,
not the only
you know,
ones going either. Don't think that we don't have spiritual backup. Like, it's not just two people going and doing this. There's an entire methodology Dave has instituted. I am in complete agreement with, and it's a multidisciplinary approach, and it's genius. It really is.
Right.
Like, and very necessary as well. So don't think it's two people going against all of this. It's the light going against the dark.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, I'd like to add something to that, Dave. And, you know,
Go ahead.
I know that, you know, it is a great question, you know, with the repercussions, but I believe in your eyes and from the side of the fence that you're standing, the repercussions of not doing this.
Great point, Billy.
Far greater.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
but you know, even though, you know, the bad does come beforehand, the good does as well.
Mm-hmm. And the
I
good
think
that will
there's
come from it, the greater good that will come from it in the end, I think will far surpass any negative that tries to happen, because you know, I'm responsible for that place. So by me letting all those people in there, you know, I feel responsible. That's my conscience. I have to live with that. And that's why you know, when Bear got messed up, that was it. I shut it down because I can't have that, you know, and God knows how many other people had all kind of messed up stuff happen to them from them spending time in there, even before I owned it, till the time I owned it, until I shut it down. So, you know, sometimes we know not what we do, you know, because in the name of what we're trying to do, other stuff's happening that we're not aware of. Right. Yeah. So once you know, Jen always says, it's a great saying. I call it one of her Jennyisms. Once you know better, you do better. And I know better now. I've known better for 2.5 years, 3 years, you know, because I was enlightened on some things, and I know it's factual, you know, because I've seen it happen to people. It's happened to me, running and gunning, doing what I was doing. Oh, I'm invincible. I'm a killer. Nothing can hurt me. Let me tell you something. It can, and it will.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, you know,
so you just got to learn and go from there.
You know, when we talk about it, you know, yeah, I got damaged at the Weep. I've been damaged at other places before too, and that's what people don't understand. Mm-hmm. It's not about what you got, what your abilities are. We have great ability. We're not. We don't have fear. We bring the spirit with us and the good to release that. We work with the heavenly powers above that get rid of these things and help us.
Doesn't mean we can't get injured though.
Exactly.
We've all been injured.
Yeah.
We've all been attacked. You know, but it's part of the risk we take doing what we do. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You know,
it is. And that's what
mark.
people don't understand. And then, you know, it's funny when you're talking about it, a lot of the people that are doing the paranormal investigations, this is the way that I look at it now. A lot of them go to the pay locations. And the pay locations can be dangerous, and they can have things happen to them. And we've all seen things happen at all locations, including Octagon Hall. But you know, when you are dealing with the families and people who have problems at home and have had them for a while, and you're doing residentials, and good gosh almighty, you know, these guys here on our team know that at one point we were doing 50 residentials a year. We cut it back to like 30, and it's still terrible because when you do that, you are out there all the time. And the key thing to remember is that with each of these entities, and there is a darker side to it, there is always a general involved, if you will. So there's a lot of things that support other ones, and they work together. You know, the big nasty guy is not there all the time. So he's at minions. You know, that's what we talk about, minions. And we talk about, and you learn about the true things of what a demonic is and what it involves. You know, they have 10, some of them have, you know, they have legions. Some have 6 legions, some have 1 legion, some have 2. And I always try to tell people, what's a legion? 10,000 souls. It's an army, 10,000. So, you know, there's a lot of things to do, but the head always knows the people like yourself, Jenny, myself, Billy, Tonya, Beth, and Melvin that are running out there. And what do we see? We find the same things at different locations. We can be 200 miles, 400 miles, 600 miles away. And what's going to be there?
Number
that one
6.
guy, because he's knowing that we're going to be there. He's going to say, I'm going to get
Oh,
your ass
yeah.
sooner or later. You know, and that
Oh
is
yeah,
a
we
fact
get, prime
that
example.
people don't understand.
When we're at the Octagon with you guys, how many times have we got the number 7, on things or different numbers, and you go, you're 200 miles away, and you get, you're asking who's here, what are you doing, who are you? 7. I am 7. I'm 7.
I'm
7, 7,
7.
7. So they follow you all around, and they're just like Bear said, they know no sense of time like we do. It's like an instantaneous. They can be wherever they need to be. So
time is a construct. So yeah, they're interdimensional, multidimensional, extra dimensional. Like we have no constructs as they do, right? And I think there's some really good point in this too. I think those heavenly powers a lot of times go before us and make all those crooked places straight. They know we're coming. They know, but so does the goods there too. Like Tonya said, like you can't have one without the other. Right. So the backup's there. They're boots on the ground. There's stuff that's happened to me. I have had car tires blow my whole side of my car off, going 80 miles an hour. This is a separate case, going towards Ohio. And I have no idea how it blew at 5.7. I was off at 5.5, off on the side of the road. That's not humanly possible. There was a tractor trailer truck beside me. So did it happen? Yeah, it happened. Was I injured? No. My assistant who was with me at the time wasn't injured. It was scary as shit. I'm not going to lie. Like about thought we were dying. And God was there too. So
yeah, of course.
He's not letting us go by ourselves. All the powers that be, whether you see God as good, orderly direction, great spirit, source, creator, doesn't matter what name you put on it. The good energy will get you where you need to be. When you are functioning as an arm or a mouthpiece or an agent of the light, let's say,
amen.
It will happen. And Dave and
and it's a learning experience too.
And we don't always agree on stuff. And I get a little, what do you call it? Getting my back up. I get my back up. He's like, oh, she got her back up. Because I'm fierce in my faith. I'm going to go to bat every day, all day long for everything that I believe in. And I've seen too many miracles. I've been in too many situations that I have no idea how I got out of.
Yeah.
Like I will go to the ground with this, with my last breath, telling you that those places will be made straight by the light. And it's not me that's doing it. It comes through me, but it's not me. And I can't take credit for it. I'm a part of it. And I'm really proud to be a part of it and honored and blessed. And I feel very privileged to be a carrier of that light. And I'm very proud of you, Beth. Soul on Blaze. I can't be more proud of you for that because I'm all about the holy fire. So I feel like Dave doing this, is he standing up and like clunking them up on the table saying, hey, we're going to do this. We're shutting this down. It's final chapter time. There's going to be blowback. Absolutely. However, the powers that be will buff it out. They already are doing it. I'm seeing it real time. And I wish I could tell you because there's some days that he wakes up and he's like, whoa, what did I do? I'm reassessing, but this is happening, but this is not. But this is good and this is not. So he's really in a quandary a lot of these times. A lot of people don't know what goes on behind the scenes, right? But every day there's a decision point that needs to be made continuously. And he continuously makes the same good decision. So it's not like a one and done decision. The temptations are hard and fast coming, let me tell you. But he still maintains. And it's difficult. It is very
because I'm all good. But then Joe Blow messages me on, hey, I'll give you $25,000 for the week, or I'll give you $200,000. Then I'm like, what do I do here? Because it's very tempting. It's very tempting. So and then I say, no, get back on track. It's just something that's influencing that person to get to me. So because it's a money issue, right? So and we all know money's the root of all evil, right? So obviously we've all been spending our own time and money for many years trying to help people and investigate and document these things, and coming out of our own pocket, for many, many, many years. I'd like to have half the money back I ever spent on this stuff. I'd be pretty loaded, to be honest.
Right.
I'd be freaking loaded. But it's not what it's about. It's about helping people and contributing to the greater good and doing what we do. So, you know, will the money come someday? Maybe not.
Well, it is coming. You can take that to the bank, literally and figuratively, because the energy's a currency of the universe. Like, we're all billionaires. You just don't all know it yet. Like, we are limitless in the supply of currency that we need, which is energy. Like, once you, like, I love weekends like this where I get to just be immersed in energy all flipping weekend long. And I stay at the hotel and I teach at the hotel, and there's people that come for sessions, they come for classes. I mean, I had to have somebody bring me a haunted object. That's okay. I have taken care of it. But, you know, there's people that have issues that arise, but I'm immersed in it 24/7. And I love this stuff because it reminds me how well this works. And people step into their power. And as soon as they do, their life immediately changes. Immediately. It's amazing.
It's a beautiful thing to see.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful thing. That's what it is. You're stepping into your light in your life. And there's a way to do that. It's not through ego. It's not through anything else. It's from going. And everybody's heard me say it. And I know they get tired of me saying it about going within and dealing with that spiritual thing inside of you. Each of us, when we go out, we're not working. You know, we'll do things. Billy, Melvin, Tonya, Serenity, Beth, Dave. You'll never hear us say, oh yeah, I did that, man. I would have kicked that ass. No, you're going to hear us say, if the person on the other side says, thank you for helping us, we're going to say, don't thank us. We're just from figures. We're working through something else. It works through us. It comes through us. We're here to help. And at that point, thank that man upstairs, because that's where it's coming from. That light is eternal. That light continues and it moves and changes everything. And when you realize that, then you understand a lot of different things that are happening on it. You know, the spiritual energies and the stuff that's out there are so much different. People don't believe half the things that they say. You know, Dave and excuse me. We talk about the different types of entities that are out there. There are thousands of different types of entities. You can find what they call little people, fairies, all kinds of different things out there. You can find Sasquatch, werewolves, wolves, dogmen, all type of things. You can see aliens,
supersized mole rats.
Right. There are different kinds of hellhounds. All of these things exist. They're all out there. They're all part of it. Glimmer beings or the predator type beings. You know, hardly anybody ever sees one. Until you see one, you're not going to believe it. You know, and shadow figures. They can be from 3 feet tall to 20 feet tall. You know, we've seen it all different kinds of different stuff. And then you get the portals that are opening up and shutting. And if you don't believe in the portals, then you don't need to be in this business. I'm telling you. So, you know, there is so much stuff that's happening and so much stuff going on that, you know, you just have to witness and we deal with it. And that's what's going on in the world. We live in a very supernatural world, and it is a very worldly world.
And we haven't even scratched the surface.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Mm-hmm. And a lot of different things are happening.
I have to ask you, Bear, did you hear about Asbury University? What they're doing?
Oh, right now? I've heard a lot about Asbury. And, you know, I'm still as active. I have, it's really interesting. You know, we're still active, very active. Everyone on this screen is active in CC. Which is collective consciousness. But you know, I was talking to a friend, Allison, who was up there, and she called me on the phone, and then she sent me a picture, and then I got a video clip also. And it was so amazing that when I was talking to her on the phone, you could feel the energy coming through the phone. That's what was so amazing. I was sitting here and just now talking about it. It's like, hallelujah, praise God, because it was just that intense. That's moving. And what's going on now is it's not only, this is the time for revival all over the world, all over the place. And you're going to see it coming in from place to place to place to place to place. And, so it's going on in Ashbury. What happens is going on 8 miles away at another college. It's going on at another college in Kentucky. And it's all going to be spreading. This is the time when God's bringing back his people into revival. This is an important part. If you haven't noticed and you haven't looked around, we are in a deep battle with evil every day. And you're seeing it played out on your news. If you're playing it or you're seeing it blocked in your news, it's just like going, it is a real thing, folks.
It was really awesome though today in this group. Like, I wouldn't call this a revival that we do when we gather in different groups here, but we're a roving light brigade, I guess is probably the best
exactly.
thing to do, right? Yeah. So one of the participants was really excited and brought the video in from Asbury where the entity was expelled from one of the participants. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but it's audible and you can hear the demonic entity screaming. So it was super powerful and very, very nice teaching tool to let people know. I mean, they just basically prayed this out of this woman or I'm not sure if it's a woman or a man. You can't see who's laying on the ground, but it literally was visible and it was happening instantly. And this is happening every day all over the place, not just at colleges. We're talking Giant Eagle church camps everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's
your happening. Local grocery store parking lot.
Amen.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
And that's one of the things that people say, why are you wanting to do the week? Why are you wanting to do all these other things? We want to take in Dave and Jenny and everyone else that are on the screen want to look at it and say, we want to document that so you can see the power of that happening, the power of spirit, the power of good moving through it. Yeah. Exactly. Being able to tell you.
Some people know by seeing, and other people have to have their own experiences for them to even grasp a little piece of what's actually going on all around them. So, that's kind of our jobs is what we're all doing is trying to show people, hey, this stuff is real. It's all around you. Open your eyes up, wake up because it's real in your face. And you're just not, people are just so brainwashed anymore. It's crazy. And you try to talk to some of these people till you're blue in the face. But unless you show them something or they have their own experience, they just can't grasp it. Others can. Others need the more information they get and they see, then they start picking up on it themselves and they come to an educated decision or by using their noggin, hey, something just don't feel right here. And let me do some more research. And then they dig and they find more and more. And then they're like, okay, I believe you now because, we can't change everybody's mind. But if we can help one person, that person can turn around and help 20 more and so on and so forth.
Right. But I will say I have heard a lot more about people awakening.
Yes.
Than the latter. Yes. A lot more recent.
It's definitely a sign that what we do matters because one person in their true alignment will cancel out 750,000 out of alignment is brought into perspective when you think all you have to do is answer your call, line yourself up, do your healing work, and show up daily. Continue to show up. And it's actually pretty powerful and it's exciting. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. You said someone had a question in the chat, Tonya?
Yes. Frankie Lynn. She says, speaking of entities, have any of you noticed a lot more empty vessel people, just random people at a store or wherever? They're just completely empty, void of all energy and light of any kind.
Dave, you want to speak to that?
I mean, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I have seen a lot of people walking around. You can usually pick them out pretty quick. They got the dark and black eyes. They have there's no emotion in anything they're doing. They're just, it's almost like they're a robot, and
no emotion, but they're in the motion.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's no emotion whatsoever. They're just like a robot walking around.
They're
Mhm.
there.
It's almost like I'll give you a good comparison. Have you ever seen the movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
Yes.
So those things make copies of people, but they're void of all emotion. And the copies are ETs, but we're talking about something different here. But it's the same situation. It's not. It has no human emotions. If you laugh or cry, that's how they point you out, and they grab you, and then they turn you into one too. So that's I've seen a lot of weird stuff going on out there. One video I saw, I wanted to point out when you guys were talking about those videos. I don't know if you guys have seen this one, but it's very compelling. It's over in an Asian country somewhere, and they're in a grocery store, and the CCTV cameras capture this woman. She's just shopping in a grocery store, and she's standing on the shelf looking at stuff, and then you'll see like a pack of paper towels fly off the shelf right next to her. Right within seconds, she hits the floor and she starts just convulsing in the most horrible looking way ever. And one of the other shoppers sees her and runs over to her, and she's doing some weird stuff, man. Her body is contorting and everything, and he grabs her and he starts praying over her. You can tell he's praying, and whatever got into this woman, I mean, it got pissed. And then other stuff started flying off the shelves near him, and then it got to a fever pitch, and then all the glass in the things blew out and everything when that entity left that woman's body. And that was captured just on CCTV footage. And you can tell it is real as all get out. I mean, that's just one example of, all these people dropping over dead and everything else that's going on all around the world. So I wish I could remember what that video was on, but if you type it in, it'll probably come up because it had millions of views, and it was, you could tell. There was no acting involved. It was the real deal. And when you see something like that, which I know what I've recorded for the church years ago and different things, and Jen's done exorcisms on people and stuff right there on the floor. Just like that, it just happens, and then people go into action, and what you can experience is so compelling and so profound that it will literally change your life in a matter of seconds. When you see something that powerful go down, there's no denying that there's negative entities, negative spirits, and positive spirits around us at all times. So we try to tell people and enlighten them and say, hey, have an open mind, do the research, different things like that, because it's real. It's in your face. It's all around you at all times. So, I'm sure if you Google or YouTube, a woman gets possessed in Asian grocery store or something like that, it'll probably come up because when you can see that thing leave her, and it disrupts all these inanimate objects that are in the grocery store all around it. And everybody was like, because there's numerous people helping this woman at this point when the thing comes out of her, and they all were like, what the frick just happened? And you can tell, it wasn't staged, it was a real deal. So, check it out.
And speaking to Frankie's question, I call those non-playing characters NPCs. So some people are blank or devoid of soul or life force energy. They're not in there. They're a shell. So they've either been like shell shocked with trauma, the soul left their body. There's other things too that I think I'm going to try to avoid saying because I don't want the feed to be interrupted, but you're going to have to read between the lines here. There have been things added to their bodies that vacate the soul. So they're going to have to read between the lines because I don't want to say what I really want to say. I know Bear's like, don't say that. I'm not. So I think non-playing characters is probably the best way to say that. And Frankie, you could look up Dolores Cannon's information as well. Has great information about first waivers, second waivers. A lot of people are just background people, and that's kind of yucky to say, but once you understand the bigger perspectives and information, it makes a lot of sense. So Dolores Cannon has great information on that.
Good job.
And Dave, yes, it is on YouTube. It's Possessed Woman in Chinese Supermarket.
There you go. That's it.
And I will tell you too that when I worked in law enforcement, we would have videos that were shown to us, and they said they were different people on drugs. They were not on drugs. The human body does not contort in those ways. And if they were on drugs, they were possessed after they took the drugs, because there were police officers, that were coming back in saying that was not somebody on drugs. That was far greater than that. And we've dealt with so many cases since then.
But I do think that opens them up.
Absolutely. It lowers the vibration.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Share that link in the chat, Beth.
Yeah, I'll have to go find that again. I will do that.
It's compelling. I'm telling you guys, it'll trip you out. It's pretty compelling stuff.
And of course, Bear tells us to watch this movie called Fallen one time with Denzel Washington. And I'm like, yep, that's a really great movie.
Well, there's lots of, you guys, everybody out there listening and watching, they think movies is all Hollywood. But let me tell you something. There's a lot of messages in some of these movies, because they know where they're getting their information from. And it's not all just Hollywood made up stuff, because there's bits and pieces of truths in all of this. So,
and what three-letter
come from somewhere?
I have to, before I forget, I have to recommend the new movie by M. Night Shyamalan, Knock at the Cabin, or what's it called, Ben?
That's it.
I've heard it was good.
I'll tell you what, I cried like a big baby, and I don't cry.
I thought we weren't allowed to say that to anybody.
I'm allowed to. I said it. I'll just say it because I had to say it, because it's that profound.
I wouldn't tell. I know she's listening.
Well, I'll tell her.
My best friend mad at me.
I don't cry. I do. I bet. And I was boo-hooing.
Listen,
like I was sitting there fighting it. And that movie,
world.
It's not anything what the title says. Let me tell you. You think it's some kind of horror chop movie? It's nothing like it. And it is so. There are so many freaking messages in that movie, man. It will blow your freaking socks off. Go see it now.
Unfortunately, it's going to give you a huge reality check.
Yeah, it's a huge reality check.
You saw it already? You guys saw it?
No, but his movies, all of his movies are different like that.
Yes.
That dude's so connected, it's not even funny, man. Not even funny.
If you think about movies, and like Dave said, they're telling us without telling us, they're informing us, and that is a universal law. They must inform us of what they're doing to our race, human race. So this is one of the good guy movies. Like, you got to go see it. Like, you got to.
It's a straight up white hat. It's a white hat movie if you ever want to see one, let me tell you.
Is my other half transformed? Did he just say white hat movie?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
So it has stuff about judging people. It has sacrifice. It has so many messages. It's not, my gosh. I'm going to watch it again when we get a chance, because I'm sure I missed a few things, because you're like on the edge of your seat the whole freaking time trying to go, what the frick's going on here? Yeah.
We talked about it.
It takes you for a ride. Yeah.
We did. We literally talked about it. We could not stop talking about it.
And I'm a movie buff. Jim can tell you I'm a movie buff. I've seen pretty much every movie you can think of. And this one is way up there, man.
And it takes you on a journey from judgment to existence to what your purpose is, to hate, to love. If you didn't have every emotion under the spectrum, it literally is a ride, man. It is a ride. The moment you sit down and watch that movie, you are on an emotional roller coaster.
I can't say enough about it. It's just wow.
Well, there's so many movies out there, and people say, "Oh, it's just a movie." No, they are giving you information and they have to give you information because they have to tell you what they're doing. Or they also have to wake you up, hit you in a spiritual way, hit you in another way.
Like if I was a multimillionaire, I would pay people to go see that movie. I'd give them the money, go see the movie.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's how powerful it was to me. You can ask Jen, man. I was boo.
You're right there too,
And
because
I
there is a
don't do
huge
that.
movement. No, I can't believe you said it on a radio show. I'm in shock. I was like, wait, what?
Hey, we all get emotional. That's one of the things that Tawana's always laughing.
I don't get that kind of emotional, but I did that time, and that's very rare for me. So that tells you anything.
Well, here's the thing too, with
Go
the
see the movie.
divine masculine, divine feminine balance and the awakening of an entire race of beings, both divine feminine and masculine. I think it is a genius film. Like, it's genius.
I mean,
like on about
it is.
80
It really
different
is.
layers. If you really take
I
the
mean-
deep dive, and it's going to mess you up. Like, it's going to mess you up. It's going to create cognitive dissonance in such a rapid fashion. I mean, it literally takes you to the edge of your belief system, shatters it, takes you to the edge of the next belief system, shatters it. And you thought you knew what you stood for. You thought you knew what you believed. Now there's a different scenario, and you have to make a different analysis and response to this. And you're just like, wow, what would I do in that situation? Wow.
Yeah,
That's really hard.
it's so,
Oh my
it takes
gosh.
you on a roller coaster of emotions. You feel the anger, the sadness, the love, so many emotions and it's just, I mean, it's a roller coaster. And I
ain't
was
got
on the
time
edge
for
of my
that
seat.
right
I was like,
now.
and I'm like,
I
I'm
ain't got
usually
time
pretty
for that.
good. I can say, oh, okay, this is going to happen. That, I'm usually really good. I can figure out the whole plot of the movie in the first 10 minutes. Not this time. And it was
We
like,
literally
oh,
didn't-
you got to be kidding me.
We left
the
there
great
and we
thing
were
about-
like in shock.
Yeah, the great thing about it is just what's going on. Look around the world today.
Well, it has to do with what's going on out there right now, too.
Exactly. And we talked earlier, we talked about it. We're in a time of revival. We're in a time of when God is giving and opening up and asking people to come to him and talk to him and be part with him, be able to do it. I mean,
it challenges your belief system, your faith. I mean, I can't even go into it. It's so deep, man.
And
Can't say
can
enough, guys. Go see it.
Can I
I mean,
throw
everything's-
this in?
Yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead.
throw one little thing in? God doesn't call the qualified. God
No.
qualifies the called.
Yes.
Because I had to listen to a radio show that had some people on, one person that we really care about, one person I don't care for very much at all. But he said, only men can do exorcisms. And I was like, babe, do you want to get on here and tell them what happened at the church camp last year? Like, I didn't ask for that to happen, but God asked me to show up. So when you get called, you leave that movie theater, you want to show up. You want to show up for the world. You leave that movie theater and you're like, okay, what can I do for humanity right now? What can I do for the greater good? You're pushed to the nth degree when it comes to your spirit. So if you can think about it, you can bring about it. I don't care how crazy it is or how crazy past your history was. It doesn't matter. You're already ordained. You're already qualified to carry out the mission, to carry the light, because nobody, and I mean no breathing human meat suit, can tell you otherwise. Nobody.
Exactly.
Beth, are you hearing me? I think I'm channeling the parathug.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Yeah.
Tell them, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Preaching it.
That's like
That's just something that was drummed up by male chauvinists way back in the day, and that were taking women's power away too. So
Yeah.
But that's a
it
thing.
is what it is.
The divine feminine is the divine feminine.
yeah.
My God.
I'm not gonna go into detail because I already know, especially Jenny and Dave know how I feel about this. Just like that's how we're shown and depicted as women. Even in television programming, we are not investigators. We're only psychic mediums, and then we're pushed to do things we don't want to do. And then we have to look a certain way to do it. And I'm sorry.
That's why there's not an all-female paranormal show out there.
No,
Beth?
but guess what? Beth Allen
hear
might
that?
do that. Beth Allen might do that. But
They
I mean,
think
that's
people won't watch it.
yeah. I mean, they think just because I'm a 2XL medium, that don't stop me. Weighing over 200 pounds has not stopped me from helping people.
Amen, sister.
That's a damn.
And it doesn't that's not who I am. You either can see, like I tell people all the time, and I'm really on it right now, and people are going to get tired of hearing it. I don't care what meat suit you're roaming around in. That's not what I want to know.
Well,
I want to speak to your soul.
I can vouch for Beth. She's bounced for me a time or two.
Yeah.
She bounces
Yes,
for
she
me
has.
too.
Yes, yes.
No, she literally has bounced for me.
Yeah. Yes, I have. Don't touch my Billy. I promise you, that won't end well.
Yeah.
Woo!
You know,
I mean, but I just want to be seen. I want everyone to understand. Don't let someone take away your joy or what you're meant to do because you're so caught up on what they see out here and what they have to say. Let them talk. Let them say they talked about Jesus Christ. That's what I've got to say. Just, it's not about what's out here. It's about what's inside. And you let people take away from your journey, standing in your truth, standing in your power, when you let them take that away from you.
Exactly.
You know, Jesus had to go 2 towns over. 2 towns over. Right? For people to start listening to him. And some little old Italian lady rolled up into the rehab one day and said, out of nowhere, she wasn't even a patient's family member or anything. I don't even know where she come from. I don't even know if she was real. She said, honey, don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Even Jesus had to go 2 towns over. And I bawled my eyes out. I did. I bawled right there in the middle of the lobby. And I thought, oh my God, where did this lady come from? And why? How does she even know I needed to hear that? Because everybody done made fun of me. You're going to put your hands on and do what? And I thought, and one of our pastors that came and volunteered with AA, he goes, that piece of paper that says you're an ordained spiritual minister means nothing to me. I said, well, good thing that God ordained me, because that paper don't mean nothing to me either.
Right, exactly.
I don't need a paper. You don't need
and
a paper.
P.S. Courtney, I love you, honey.
Checks in the mail.
Checks in the mail.
Checks in the
I
mail.
love
Don't
Courtney.
let folks don't get caught up in the drama from the jealousy from other people. Don't let other people slow your roll. You know, you just scroll on by and they can do them and you do you. You know.
Yep. Chunk up the deuces as you go on by.
That's right. I've been attacked by many people for whatever reason. I haven't done nothing to none of them, but it is what it is. You know, it just comes with it.
Have.
And
yeah.
that's because we got jobs to do. We got jobs to do.
And a lot of times people
most
don't
of
realize
them are demonic puppets. So let's face it.
they're motivated.
This is true.
Exactly. Yeah, they're motivated by the dark.
You have to see people from their point of pain. Like I just, God bless your heart. Y'all down south have ruined me. I have now said bless your heart 3 times in one day. And everybody in PA thinks I'm contaminated now. Thank you all very much. I said y'all 50 times. And I
He's a
said bless your heart.
transplant.
I am
Transplant,
a proud transplant. But
here's the test. Jenny, here's the test. Do you wash clothes or do you wash clothes?
I wash clothes and I hang them on my fence.
That's it. There you go.
That's it.
Yeah.
On my fence.
And we all go into the far.
Oh, that's my girl.
Yes, I wash
Yes, we do.
You know, it's just great. There's so much craziness, like you said, going on in the world. Darkness is all around, and we are light. It will always shine through that darkness. That's the important thing, and people who think that they really don't understand, if you take the authority that would be given to us, as we talk about revival, going inside yourself, having that relationship, and you have the authority. And people we're talking about Jesus here for a second, but when you see the things and the works that Jesus did, he gave all of us the authority to be able to do all that and greater things than he's ever done. So imagine what we have the capability of doing and going forth and be able to do all those things, and as we go through in the spiritual context of it and fighting these demonics and demons and entities that we need to rid ourselves of, and the evil that is here without it, they can't stand in front of that light. You know, how many people have been at an investigation and been there, and your light comes through, and we've heard an EVP go, "I don't like your light." You know,
Especially if it's red.
yeah, no red lights.
Hey,
But,
y'all, that was part of your past, right?
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
You learn.
yeah. Bear doesn't pole dance anymore, and I don't turn the red light on.
What makes
Wow.
what gets me, guys,
Wow.
is I got so mad, you know, when I fully came to realize how much we've been manipulated and lied to over in the past couple of years. Like, it burnt my behind to no end, because I'm like, man, they have brainwashed us and manipulated us for generations to believe that it's got to be this way because this is the way it says in the book, right? But they changed the book. They manipulated the book. You know,
Look at how
and man,
they
it
throw
just
new distractions out now.
And they've been doing that
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now,
and go ahead.
we're distraction addicts. We're distraction
Yeah.
addicts. We get distracted with stuff. So, you know, we were lied to, and now we're starting to wake up, and they're like, oh, here's a distraction. Oh, here's another distraction.
And they just keep dealing it out.
They want you to not
Oh, I know.
recognize and then make the changes.
Yeah, and like Bear was saying, a good point to that is we're going to see a lot more of this craziness in the world, because guess what? They're beginning to lose the battle now, and there's going to be a lot more. They're fighting and struggling really hard to get back to where they were, and they're slowly going to start losing, and they already are, and more people are waking up. So you're going to see more crazy stuff out there, like people being possessed right in the open, because they are out in the open. I mean, they've tried it. They got so brazen over the last, say, 3, 4, 5, 10 years that they're putting Baphomet statues in courthouses and everything else, because they just think, you know, they just thought nobody could say nothing, and it's not happening. It's just not going to happen with all the, you know, the BS stuff with, you know, this and that, you know, thought process with certain entities and being right out in the open. And these are child sacrificial demonic entities that they're putting out in the open, folks. So, you know, you're going to see a lot more crazy stuff happen before it's all over. And just like we're seeing train derailments and all these different things, that's them fighting back, because they're starting to lose the war that we're fighting. So they're going to attack us back. That's just the nature of warfare, whether it's good against evil or Russia against us or us against China or whatever the case. You know, they're going to fight back for a while, and everybody has to stay the course and stay strong in your beliefs and putting that good energy and that light out there, and not putting up with the BS, and stand tall, man. You got to stand tall. If you live off fear, you're not going to win.
Exactly.
And this is where my tattoo comes in. My tattoo comes in. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. Everybody, always remember, it's the art of war. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. You have to understand in and out. You have to choose. The time has come. You have to choose. You can't just sit in the back and hum when we have in church. You got to actually sing the song. You can't sit in the back anymore.
Do what you can do. Not everybody can go pick up a rifle and go out there running and do what they got to do. What little good things you can do.
Your energy matters. Your energy matters. One person in their divine alignment, I just told you, cancels out 750,000 other people. Their energies don't even blip on the radar. Your energy is seen from space when you are in your alignment. From space. What are you doing, babe?
That's Bigfoot.
Oh, it is Bigfoot.
$6 million man, Bigfoot.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Excellent.
That was my Valentine's Day present.
Adam likes wrestlers, and he found that for Dave, and he's like, "We have to get this. Has to
freaking
be
awesome, dude."
Valentine.
Oh, that is.
That's a
Andre the
collector's
Giant.
edition. Andre the Giant Bigfoot edition. It's
And
hard to see you.
fun story with that too. When I was a little girl, his wife used to cut my hair.
What? You have to tell
Oh,
us
yeah?
that. He'll freak out
Yeah.
at MonsterCon.
I have to see if my mom still has that picture. But yeah, when I was a little girl, his wife used to cut my hair.
I'm
That's
totally gonna
awesome.
tell Adam. He'll freak out.
Because when we're doing all this wonderful stuff here and we're talking about this stuff, I'm gonna, I'm gonna do a little quick commercial of, as a lot of you guys know, I've tried to battle this stuff and bring out things for years and years. Been called conspiracy theories because everything else. But I wanted to tell people about something that's very important. I want to take a second with it. But I really want to ask people to help out. If you're not happy with what's been going on in this world and you haven't seen the things that are going in, you're tuned to your Fox and NBC and CBS and NBC and all those channels, and you're not getting what you need to hear, and they're faking it to you and not giving you the truth. Let me tell you what's going on in the world. And I'm going to ask if you don't mind, do this. This is something that's great that's happening. Great news. The Supreme Court has accepted the Brunson case 22380 for rehearing. Now, it was supposed to be heard on Friday, and they may not hear back from it for up until the 24th. But what that basically is all about, the Brunson case deals with on January 6th, when Congress disavowed their oath, and there was 50 senators that brought in complaints about election fraud, and they did not hear it, and they overdid it. They could have taken 10 days to hear that and then made their decision, but no, they disavowed their oath to protect the Constitution. Everyone, Dave is in the military, Billy's been, we've all taken this oath, or in Sifford, if you have if you're on in a state, city, sheriff, anything like that, or Congress, you all take the oath to protect the Constitution, protect the people of the United States from foreign and domestic things. Well, we have been so attacked and everything else. And this is basically what they said, that they have done away with their oath. Now, the important thing about that oath is, if it's not uphold, what good is doing it anyway?
Right.
So you have a chance here if you do, and if you would, tell the Supreme Court. You can write a letter to the Supreme Court, or you can have the Brunson brothers do it themselves. In the middle of time, I think it would be much better for you if you want something to support something. Go look at https thebrunsonbrothers.com. You can go there. They have form letters out. You can even have one done via computer. It will cost you $2, and it will go directly to that.
That's what we're talking about. Do what you can do.
Do what you can do. People say, "What can I do to make a difference?" This makes a difference. This is stuff that you can do to support the problems that are going on here. If you're not happy about it, you're not seeing the things that are right, this is a great opportunity. It will give you the whole thing about the case and everything else. And, please, let's all get together to protect this country, protect the Constitution. And God bless you all. And thank you for me getting to spend a little bit of time and spend more wheels on that. Again, write it down. Go to brunsonbrothers.com. You can see it all right there. Please
put it in the chat too.
Yeah, do it after the show. Takes only a few minutes, and you'll make a difference. You'll make a big difference. Yeah, we appreciate that. All right, I'll get off my soapbox on that. But it's so wonderful to have you all here. We can go and talk. There's so much going on in the world, and we are looking at doing. I can't tell you, folks, what you may be seeing out of this group will be fantastic. We're making that move. We are looking forward to helping humanity, helping everything else, and doing quite a lot of different stuff here in the future. And you'll hear more and more about it as it continues to go. There are projects. This is kind of like Billy and myself and Melvin have been on the air before when we had the Fearless Ones on, and you all know Doogie and you all know Jason.
We can't talk about that.
And they start to talk. Yeah, can't talk about that. Can't talk about that. Well, everything. What's going on? Oh, well, I got something going, but can't talk about that.
Funny
and
thing,
that's
Bear.
the way it is right now. There's some things happening out here that I think you're going to be really surprised and everything else to be grateful. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you can get to MonsterCon, come on up there. You're going to feel the energy of everybody here. You're going to feel that release, and you're going to have a great time. It's a great adventure to come to. You'll get to be with all of us. We love you guys. We love seeing you all. There are people that we will definitely be looking forward to seeing from last year, and we can't wait to give you a hug and give you some loving and say, hey, join in, because it's just a wonderful time.
Not even an Arctic
There'll be some good food there Friday night
Man.
for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And the town, like I said, the town has some great food, man, too. So,
yeah, they're great people. They're good, and they.
Yes.
Yes, it's just a super place, and man, I'll tell you one thing: if you get an opportunity, this is going to be a great night because of the fact that if you get to spend the weekend with Stan Gordon and Dr. Ray,
Right.
I mean, to tell you, those guys have got it together, and with Dave and Eric and everyone else, it's just going to be a fantastic conference to listen to, ask questions, learn, be able to rub elbows with everybody, and it will be a great time. We look forward to all seeing you there. We're also going
to do another event at the hall too, Bear.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna touch on that too, because be looking for this coming out very soon. We're all back in Beth Allen so much on this her new venture as Soul on Blaze, and we're going to be seeing quite a lot of Soul on Blaze here in the future. Again, also be looking forward to Dave, Jenny, and all are looking forward to coming back to Octagon Hall to do another event, probably a Friday and Saturday night event, a 2-dayer, and we'll have a VIP night, and we'll have a ghost hunt. Things have been going really crazy at the hall. We've had quite a lot of videos, a lot of different things.
What else is new?
Yeah, I know. That's kind of like weird. I sent you guys via text, and you guys, you haven't seen it yet. I'm working on it to put it on Facebook or some areas where you can actually see it. But these guys have seen it on their cell phones as we took the video and sent it to them, and it's pretty amazing. It's a picture of Mary's door with some extra added fun to it. Last night, I went up there. We had a novice hunt up there last night, and I just went up for a few minutes just to say hi. Tonya drove me up there. We came out of the house, and as soon as we walked out of the house, I thought there was somebody else inside. I was talking to everybody in the house, walked out to the back porch, and I hear this blah, 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 blah. and I went, oh, is there somebody out here? I said, did you hear that? And Tonya went, you mean that guy that was just talking? And I looked over in my corner, and then Brandon's behind me from Proof After, and he goes, I heard that. I don't know what it said to me, but man, as soon as we hit the back porch and started to go down, it was like blah 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 blah. And I mean, it was loud. So anyway, always a great place, always a good time. Paranormal investigation is a wonderful thing to be involved in, but it details so much. And be careful what you're doing out there. learn as much as you can about it. We will be setting this up. Also, heads up on this, you'll be seeing this come out also April 1st. You're going to see Night Stalkers at the Octagon Hall with a novice hunt on April 1st. And so you'll be seeing those tickets out. And then we'll be talking to Dave and Jenny and Beth Allen, and we'll be getting them all up there at the same time. So we'll be having a great time. Melvin is going to be doing his Wild Streak show next Wednesday.
I'll be there all day.
Yeah.
We love you, Melvin.
All
Dave,
day, all day.
Dave, could you do me a favor this time? Good. Could you not tell the restaurant owners not to give me chili or beans while I'm there?
Yeah,
I will take
I'll
care
tell
of
them.
that.
I'll tell them you're banned from beans. What was the other one?
Yeah.
We'll make him wear a shirt.
I'm gonna put
No
a
beans for
no,
me.
no, I'm gonna put a mug shot up in the restaurants that says "Do not feed the animal beans."
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Do we need to talk to anyone at the hotel about your show watching, Melvin?
Which show watching?
Melvin is the show.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Anything with grandmothers, Melvin, we don't want you watching.
What was it? Sexy grandma?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, do you need
Grandma's gone wild.
Oh,
I'm cleansing you, Melvin. That's it.
yeah.
Grandma's gone wild.
I don't know what they was wearing, but it sure needed ironing.
Well, we've definitely gone through the far now.
I mean, and you did that in front of Billy. He's a perfect angel.
Yeah,
Oh,
really.
happy birthday, Billy! By the way, too.
Y'all ain't. Oh, thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Y'all ain't never been on a trip unless you've been on one with Melvin.
That's right.
That's right. That's
I
right.
can imagine.
No,
We
you
love you
can't.
guys.
No, you can't.
Thank God when we go to the same
Experience, you have
location
to.
together, he rides in a separate vehicle with you.
Yes, yes,
Aw.
yes.
Oh, it's great.
I don't
Get a
know what
six-pack
happened to the
in
chat
your
room.
ass
I hope
and
everybody's
laughing
still
so
in
hard.
Tell you
there.
what,
Hi,
just
Stacey
ride
Brown,
close to
saw
the edge
you
of
in
the road,
there.
and Melvin will be happy.
Yeah.
And everybody, we
Oh, yeah.
wanted to thank all of our chat room for being here tonight. We're gonna let you go. We will be here next week, and as I mentioned, we're going to be having David Trusty and also W. Mitchell Warren. We're talking about UFOs in Kentucky. So many things have been happening around here. If we have any flying balloons, we'll talk about that also.
It was just me.
But yeah, so
You're going to talk about Project Bluebeam?
yes, we're going to talk about Project Bluebeam also. We're going to be giving a lot of that out. I've decided that this year we're going to go a little bit more into the stuff that we've always enjoyed and talked more about. And I think it's time to do it. If we get booted off Facebook, we'll be on Twitch, Rumble, or something else, because there is so much out there, just like what we're talking about tonight. And, it is so important for people to understand. But any final words? I'm going to let Beth, you want to go first? The final words.
Let's see here. I love everyone, and I work for God, but sometimes these hands work for somebody else, so I need everybody to behave.
Mama said
Amen.
knock you out.
Amen.
Mama said
No,
knock
Beth's
you out.
gonna knock you out.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. Melvin, got any final words?
Yeah. Anybody that's around Ridgewood, West Virginia, come up there in April. I tell you, the first one was none just amazing, and it's only get bigger and better every year. Dave, y'all doing a wonderful job, and I hope to see
Thank you.
y'all up there this year.
We should have much better weather this year, too.
Oh,
Praise the Lord.
I don't want to relive that.
Yeah.
well, I
Well-
miss my beans. All right.
Yeah.
I'll sacrifice.
Dave, final words?
Yeah, just thanks for, as always, for each and every one of you out there that love and support us. We love all you guys too. And, stay true to yourself and your families and love one another. Don't get caught up in the drama. Uh, don't get pulled away from what your mission is by all that garbage, and just do what you're supposed to do. And I think everything will work out in the end. And we look forward to seeing you guys at the conferences. Also check out my website, www.davespinks.paranormalinvestigator.com. You can see all my books, the shows I've been on, and also you can hit the link on MonsterCon, and it'll take you directly to StubHub, right, babe? StubHub?
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite, sorry. Eventbrite for your ticket purchases for MonsterCon. So we hope to see you there. We'd love to see you.
We all would love to see you all. Serenity Jenny, my dear.
I got lots.
Go ahead.
So remember, you cannot pull someone into your peace. Don't let them pull you into their chaos. Walk away. You can't do it. Just take it somewhere else. And do what you can with what you have where you are at. You are making a difference. You matter, and we need your energy. We need your light. We need your love. Don't lose hope. Do not lose hope. Hope means hold on. Peace exists. We're in this to win this. We're all together. You're not alone. If you feel alone, reach out to somebody. We're here to help you. We all are walking this path together wherever we are on it. We love you. We appreciate you. We are so blessed. We are too blessed to be stressed. That is for sure. And we are expecting miracles. Do you know why we're expecting miracles? Because we can, and we will get them. Stay true, stay hopeful, and blaze that light. The Smith Beth got it right. So on blaze. Blaze that light. I want to see them all lighting up.
What?
And
mic drop.
Bam.
Tonya, Billy, last words.
It's great to be back. We love you guys. Like Jenny said, be true to yourself. That's what it's all about. Don't let anybody misdirect you in anything.
And everybody's gone through some stuff over the last couple of years. Guys, remember, one foot in front of the other, you're going to get to where you're supposed to be.
Amen.
Your own way.
Amen.
Yep.
It all works out in the end. You just got to stay. Sometimes you just got to buckle down and wait it out.
Stay true, go within, and remember that in this time there's a great restoration. There's a great restoration coming back to you, and everything that's been stolen and taken away from you will return in tenfold. So with you all thinking of that, and we thank you so much for coming to the first show of Into the Fire. We look forward to seeing you next week. God bless you all. Take care, and good night to
Good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.
Night.